Hey guys, AuspiciousAussie here, and welcome to episode 20 of my Athletic Bilbao series for Football Manager 2019. So today's episode is going to be against Bayern Munich, as you can tell from the title. A massive game, Champions League group stage. We're also going to go over a few more transfers and, of course, a pretty detailed fixture review of how we've gone so far. If we show you the league table first of all, though, we're currently sitting in 6th position. We do have 2 games in hand against most of the teams that are above us currently. And, we are on 24 points, which is 8 points behind Real Madrid currently. So we need to win those 2 games in hand, and we need to, potentially take points off them in the future as well, as we will possibly be 2 points behind if the results do go our way. The games in hand that we do have over these other teams. But as far as transfers go, this season's been a bit weird as far as the schedule, because a lot of the league games came really early, and I didn't have much of a pre-season either before the league season started. And as such, of course, last episode was right at the start of August, whereas the transfer window, of course, finishes at the end of August, which meant that you guys... I didn't really have any transfer activity to talk about. I had 2 loans, and of course we had Diakite as well coming in, but that was it. So we let quite a few other players go out on loan, and the one player we sold was Juan Sebastian. He went out to my home country of Australia and the Central Coast Mariners for 100,000. His contract was running out. He declined a contract with us because I didn't really want to pay him what he wanted. It was just a bit ridiculous. He was only like 2.5-star potential by this time as well. 19 years old. Yeah, we just let him go. I wasn't really too fussed. We've got a lot better quality youth prospects in the centre-back position that are coming through as well. So, yeah, happy to let him go. We then let Eduardo Gonzalez go on loan. Of course, one of those youth prospects, and he's doing outstandingly well at the moment. But we let him go out on loan to Osasuna, who are, I believe, they're in the 2nd division. I thought they might have got promoted, but I think that was Sociedad, of course, our other arch rivals, who recently got promoted this season. We then let Jordi go out on loan, just a 16-year-old striker prospect. He went out on loan to Sanze. Carly Perez went on loan to Burgos, one of our affiliated teams in the Basque region, of course. Again, similar sort of player. Came through... Well, actually, I thought he came through the academy. But no, we did purchase him from Sevilla for 1.1 million a couple of seasons ago. John Martinez, who is from the academy, he went out on loan to FC Cartagena. And he's also doing really well. FC Cartagena are one of those... They're in the 3rd tier of Spanish football, but they have quite good facilities. So I'm always happy to let players go out on loan if they're actually going to get the first team football there. Danny also went out on loan to Albacete. Balompi, another little striker prospect. Might turn out good, might not. It's always a bit of a gamble, but I think these loan moves can often be hit or miss. But most of the time, I feel like the players do develop nicely if you send them to the right club. We then let Agriza Bala go out on loan to Racing Santander. He was just complaining about going out on loan. He wanted the first team opportunities. And of course, he was never going to get them in our team. So, yeah, we loaned him out. We brought another guy up from the B team to be the backup goalkeeper. Nice little move for him, I guess. That's 2nd tier football. Oh, sorry, 3rd tier. They must have got relegated recently. Antonio Sanchez went out on loan to El Ejido. Of course, the team that we've come up against in the Copa del Rey. And we've also loaned another player out there, I think last season. But this is the guy that we brought in from Mainz, from the Bundesliga, for 100k a couple of seasons ago. Honestly, he hasn't really set the world alight, but he's still got some potential, and we'll see how he goes. Nice little loan move to El Ejido as well. And finally, Alfredo went out on loan to Baracaldo, one of our other affiliated teams. He was the free transfer that I signed from Barcelona, who came through Barcelona's academy when he was 16, was released. I don't even think he got a contract. But yeah, we signed him up on a free, and now he's gone out on loan to get some playing time. As far as the transfers in, we signed Geordie, of course, the player that we sent out on loan. We signed him for $400,000 from Espanyol. Honestly, there wasn't a lot of youth prospects out there this season. I honestly, I did some scouting, looked through a lot of the under-19 teams, and we just couldn't really find anyone. I saw this guy, I was like, okay, we'll take a bit of a punt on him. He's got really good, mentals there. It's good strength, good pace. We might be able to make him into something. So we got him for $400K, pretty cheap as well. And then we also signed Nicholas Sants. We'll go with Sants. $2 million from Sevilla. A pretty low fee considering how good he actually is. He is training as a left winger, as he's more of a left midfielder at the moment. But yeah, really happy to get him in. 16, possibly 5-star potential there as well. Good little prospect. Good little, competition in terms of youth prospects with some of the other guys we've got at the club in the winger positions and the sort of attacking midfield positions as well, as we have quite a few of them. So yeah, that was the transfers, in better detail. Of course, we've also got the fixtures to get through. And as you can see, we had a little bit of a poor run of form. So after the Sevilla game in the last episode, we lost to our arch rivals Real Sociedad 2-1. As you can see, we opened the scoring in the 14th minute through Williams, and then they got 2 goals in 2 minutes to win the game, which was really disappointing, especially after that, the Sevilla game was pretty impressive, albeit that last-minute goal that we conceded. But yeah, to lose to these guys, it was a bitter pill to swallow, considering they have just won promotion back to La Liga. So yeah, we'll definitely look for some revenge later on in the season, the home leg, or the home game. We then played a friendly match against Guernica. Again, this was sort of to do with the scheduling. The friendly was put in this position, and you can't not accept it because they're an affiliate team. So yeah, we won this game 8-0. Lots of different goal scorers. Sort of gave everybody a lot of the backup players a run out here to build up more match fitness and to rest some of them going into this next game, which was a 2-0 victory over Barcelona at Camp Nou. So away from home, Nike Williams with a brace, 55th minute and the 95th minute as well, as my dogs are barking. So yeah, we followed it up with a what am I saying? I'm looking a little bit further down. We followed that up with a nice little victory over Getafe, 4-1. Inaki Williams with another brace there. Sunset and Munain with a penalty in the 89th minute. Unfortunately, this next game against Villarreal, we were winning 3-0 at half-time, and the game crashed at half-time. Before I could do my team talk, I got the crash dumps. That message popped up. So I had to reload the game. And of course, it was before my last save file was like 6 days before this game. And yeah, we played it again and we got extremely lucky. Extremely lucky. Inaki, Martinez, and Villalibre, because Williams actually picked up an injury in the 6 days leading up to it. So did Lecue. They both picked up training injuries for a month. And as you can tell, I was pretty pissed. I lose my 3-0 at half-time, and then I lose essentially 2 of my best players, and the goal-scoring machine, Williams. But yeah, Villalibre managed to score the winner in the 93rd minute of stoppage time. And gave us the win, luckily, because it was looking like a draw. And I was going to be pretty pissed off having to replay that and, losing 2 potential points. So definitely saved there by Villalibre. We also followed that up with a 2-1 victory over Levante. Ikemunain and Garmendia this time in the 94th minute. Both teams had players sent off. Kappa was sent off in the 76th, and Carmona sent off in the 90th minute for them. And then came the bad run of form. So we started off the Champions League against Chelsea, and we lost at Stamford Bridge 2-0. Rodrigo, who Chelsea just signed this season from Real Madrid, has come back to bite us in the arse. They scored a penalty, and they also got a pretty late goal through him in the 87th minute. The next game, we got absolutely battered in the first half. 5 goals. We lost 5-0 to Real Madrid away from home, but all 5 goals came in the first half. As you can see, under Hernandez, Isco, and Gabriel Jesus, I mean, he got a brace in 3 minutes. And as you can see, I was really pissed off. Guinea with a 5.4, Inigo Martinez, that is, with a 5.5. Just a lot of bad performances there. Disappointingly, we lost again in the next game, so 3 losses in a row. As I mentioned, the schedule's so weird because we played Chelsea in the Champions League back-to-back, more or less. Within the space of 6 days, we versed them twice in the group stage, which I'm pretty sure isn't supposed to happen. But we lost at home 1-0, Martinez getting the only goal of the game for them. Next game, however, we bounced back against Atletico Madrid. Nice little 2-1 victory there. They opened the scoring through Jovic, and then Hervias got the equaliser a couple of minutes later, and Nolascoain getting the winner in the 59th. We then managed to get our first win in the Champions League, a nice little 2-0 victory over AC Milan. Sunset in the 44th, and Hervias in the 93rd minute, getting a nice little home victory there for us. We followed that up with a pretty dominant performance over, at the moment, they're Champions League contenders, Real Betis. So, yeah, we beat them 3-0. Inigo Martinez, Nolascoain and Inaki Williams on the score sheet for us there. But yeah, Real Betis, I think they were in second for quite some time. But I think that now they're 4th or 5th. We then lost to relegation candidate Cordoba. It's worth mentioning that from the Real Betis game, I am using a different tactic. It's more of a 5-1, 3-1, sort of very overloading the central area of the pitch. But yeah, we use this tactic. Of course, we got the nice little 3-0 victory, but then we lost to relegation candidates 1-0. I was a little bit, skeptical, but we also managed to bounce back after that result and got a nice little 1-0 victory over Real Oviedo through Inaki Williams in the 10th minute. Of course, that leaves us with today's game against Bayern Munich. It is going to be a very, very tough game. As you can see, Bayern are undefeated so far in the Champions League. They've won 2 and drawn 1 out of 3 games. Honestly, the fact that we lost to Chelsea twice really puts a bit of a damper on things because we're going to have to basically beat Bayern Munich in order to progress in the Champions League. And we're also going to have to get a win against Milan. So, yeah, we've got a lot to do. We've only got, 3 games left in the Champions League, and 2 of those are against Bayern Munich. So, yeah, there's a lot to do. It's a bitter pill to swallow. We were seeded 4th in the Champions League, so we're the worst team in the group, arguably, from seeding standpoint. But yeah, we're not doing the worst at the moment. That would be Milan. I don't really want to go into the Europa League, but I guess, it's another, cup competition that we could potentially win. We'll just have to wait and see. So we'll get into today's lineup, and I'll show you the tactic in a bit more detail. So the new tactic, as you can see, we play 3 at the back. We've got 1 centre defender, 2 ball-playing defenders who are both on cover to cover that centre-back. And they just drop a little bit deeper. We then got a deep-lying playmaker, defensive midfielder, who will be San Jose today. Have been playing Iturraspe there, but he's not match fit for today, and he's also, he's not performing great there either. We also have 2 wing-backs, right and left, of course, playing as complete wing-backs attack, and that'll be Lekue and Ganea today. The back 3 will be Inigo Martinez, Garmendia and Nunes, due to playing San Jose as the defensive midfielder. Athami will be in goals. That's exactly the same sweeper keeper attack. Then in the midfield positions, we've got an advanced playmaker attack in the middle of the three centre mids. We've got a Mazzala attack on the right and a Mazzala attack on the left. So it's a very compact defensive formation, but it's also very attacking at the same time. So once we win possession, it's more or less go, 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 counter-attack. Just try and get the ball up as fast as possible to Williams, who is, again, a pressing forward on attack up front. The bench today will be Barbero, Kappa, Brace, Vesca, Sanset, Lopez, and Catalan. Of course, we're not playing with any wingers, so some of our better players will have to miss out. I'm not really too sure. Another thing to mention, Munayin picked up a cruciate ligament. Damaged Achilles tendon injury again, and is out for 5 months of the season. And he picked that up pretty early. But as you can see, once he does come back, he can actually play as a Mazzala, so that'll be really good. But again, he's injured, very injury prone. Really upsetting because he's essentially our best player. He's also got the best average rating at the moment as well, which is it's just a bummer, honestly. If he was fit for a whole season, who knows what could happen. We could probably really challenge like we did last season, even though he was out for a 3 to 4 month period. Even longer this season without him, it's going to be rough. It's going to be rough. Anyway, let's get into today's game. Looking forward to taking on Bayern. I don't think we've never versed them so far in the series. I'm just going to tell the boys that they can win. Honestly, I think without that little, it's a touch of faith from the manager saying that I expect them to win, more or less every game. I think it's possible. The QA, we somehow score 21 seconds into the game. I honestly can't believe that's just happened. I'm in shock. 21 seconds into the game and we have scored against Bayern Munich. Wow. But they get the equaliser 2 minutes later. So, yeah, I mean, that was all really for nothing. That's pretty funny. But yeah, Alaba with the equaliser there. So both goals coming from fullbacks or wingbacks, which is very interesting. As Ganea heads a ball forward for no reason at all. Martinez steals it though, and he hits the post. Can we get any more unlucky than that? I didn't expect him to steal it there. That was, so random. I've got a very squeaky chair, so I do apologise if you can hear that in the background. I mean, nothing's really happened since the 2 goals at the start of the game, which is interesting. They're not playing well. We're not really playing well, except for our fullbacks, or wingbacks, I guess. Likue for us and Alaba for them. It's very, very even. That's an interesting thing to see. We're sort of keeping up with Bayern Munich away from home as well. Honestly, this tactic, it focuses on more or less parking the bus when you're defending from the ball, and then just going forward with really high tempo, pushing it, up towards the front positions. The Mazzalas really do get involved from what I've seen in the last couple of games. They really bust their gut to move that ball forward and get forward as well. As they're going to get Alphonso Davies. I could see that goal coming from a mile away, which is really unfortunate. I think we're going to make a sub here. We've got to do something. We'll bring Sunset on for... We'll jumble this around a little bit. We'll bring Sunset on as a Mazzala. We'll play Martinez as the advanced playmaker. And we'll just do that. And we'll bring a Ketse over to the left Mazzala. Just going to tell the boys to push forward. I mean, I don't really know if that's going to do anything with this tactic. The defense is looking pretty shit, to be honest. 6.4, 6.5, 6.3. Yeah. It looks like it's going to be a loss. That's really disappointing. Considering how do we lose a game that we score 21 seconds into? That's got to be Football Manager right there. That's FM in a nutshell. We've got 20 seconds left. We're still in third position in the group. But honestly, I mean, with the seeding that we get, we're not expected to even do anything in the group stage. We are expected to finish fourth. The fact that we could potentially finish third and go into the knockout rounds of the Europa League, I guess it's good. But I mean, I really want to push forward, and I was hoping that this tactic was going to be a lot more solid defensively. But we've just lost 2-1, albeit to Bayern Munich. But still, I'm not really happy with that, and I want to be pushing on. But of course, we are limited to players. And that's all part of the challenge. As you can see there, Milan have actually beaten Chelsea, so who knows what's going on in the Champions League right now. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at the groups. Yeah, so we're actually coming fourth now. So we are. I don't know. We've still got to verse Milan once more. Of course, we've also got to verse Bayern once more. But that's really disappointing. As far as the fixtures go, the next game I'll join you back for will be a game against Barcelona after the January transfer window shuts. That's a home game as well. So yeah, thank you very much for watching, guys. I hope you have enjoyed. If you could leave a like, I would very much appreciate that. And apart from that, guys, I'm speaking a little bit too fast. Take it easy, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.